Do you ever have those late night thoughts where you're awake, maybe talking to somebody, but you know they're going to sleep? Or you know it's just too late, but all you can do is talk and you want to just speak? Welcome. This is Late Night Thoughts with Mod. Let's get into it.
Yeah, get into it.
Today's topic, cheating. So I'm just talking to my homeboys in the group chat, you know what I'm saying? The sacred group chat, you know what I'm saying? And actually, I'm not finna pull it up for you because you don't belong in the group chat. Until you become one of the homies, you can't be in the group chat. Okay, so he said, so that's how we got it. But he was talking about it's gonna get deep. Okay, so he was talking about if a couple, husband and wife of two different religions can make it work. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. That's the topic sentence. If a couple of two different religions can make it work. Take a second to think about that. Someone who is like, you can go broad if you want. You can go specific if you want. Broad being, you can say if a Muslim and a Jehovah's Witness, those two can make it work. You can say if a Catholic and if a Christian, those two can make it work. As a married couple, including kids and all, you know what I'm saying? But if we put in the mindset of kids, we have to think further down the line of a marriage that's already built. Keep that in mind. Or you can go specific as in like a Seventh-day Adventist Christian or a Baptist Christian, a dominational Christian or a non-dominational Christian. And my answer was nah, they can't make it work. Why can't they make it work? Because there are two different practices going on in the same household, and as I said, they will always collide. We can go into specifics, right? Seventh-day Adventists and Baptists, if they have kids together, you know what I'm saying? How do they choose what day of church they go to? Seventh-day Adventists go to church on on Saturday, and Baptist goes to church on Sunday. What if they only want to go to church at one time? What if they only want to go to church on one day? What do? Oh, I'm gonna go this week. I'm gonna go next week. What if they want to raise up their kids a certain way? Whose practices do they follow? The husband because he's the husband? Nah, it's gonna make the wife feel some type of way. Is it not? What if you have a Muslim and a Jehovah's Witness? Which is, over on the obvious side of things. Obviously, a Muslim can't leave its tradition. Like, Muslim is just more than a religion. It's a way of life. And so is being a Jehovah's Witness. And so, how do you put two different ways of lives together when those ways of lives have specifics like you cannot marry outside of your belief, you cannot marry outside of your way of life? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it could work. I don't think if we're having the mindset of these two individuals retaining their lifestyle, retaining their religion for themselves, you know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where it's a love story and homegirl doesn't like being Muslim or homeboy doesn't like being Muslim, but they do it because they've been living it all their life and that's all they know how to do, you know what I'm saying? And boom, I'm a convert because I love you, P.O.P., hold me down. Nah, it's not what we're doing. Not at all. So it's the thing is to where can two people, I'm assuming, right? Can two people who are in love with each other and in love with the religion for themselves make it work in a marriage? Right? Nah, they can't. I don't think so. I think if, for me, for example, I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist Christian. Christian Baptist. I'm a Christian Baptist. Not Baptist Christian. Christian is the adjective. Christian is the adjective. Baptist is the noun. I'm a Christian Baptist, and I feel like if I were to get into a relationship or get into a friendship with someone who's Seventh-day Adventist, we're just gonna have different beliefs because we've grown up differently. Some things are gonna come up the same because we read the same Bible, but it's a different verse, therefore it's a different meaning to what was taught. There's a different way of thinking to what is understood, you know what I'm saying? And then that thing of making it more intimate, pretenses of having God in the front of your relationship, and you already getting into somebody who believes in the same God but in a different way, your ignorance will be your downfall. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is going to want to adjust to the other. You know, that's not how life is. You know, you don't adjust to someone else's life all the time, especially when you're in a relationship. So to adjust for the whole time, and you know, it can start off both parties doing some adjustments to make it work. But when it gets to marriage, it's gonna get tiring, in my opinion. It's gonna get frustrating, in my opinion. When it comes to raising up kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you adjusted it for two set people who came into a relationship, into a marriage to have kids. But now you got 2, 3 or 4, or maybe even one brand new person coming into this world. How are you choosing to adjust for them? You gonna just let them grow up free, and then, hey, you know, you choosing to decide mommy or dad. You put that pressure of 2 different lifestyles on one being. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it can't work. And for someone like me, I just feel like, me personally, for something I believe in for so long, I just get stubborn for it. I get not very narrow-minded, because I want to be open-minded to understanding it in a different way, but narrow-minded into the fact that it worked for me for so long, and it's just not like it just works for me. It's continually working for me. Like this right here, me and you talking right now, you know what I'm saying? It was because of what I believe in and how much I believe in it that got me to this place. And so I just feel like if it's not it, it's not it. It's just no other way around it. And let me get into specifics about what it is I believe in. I am, as I said before, a Gentile Christian YouTuber. Okay, Gentile Christian being the adjective, YouTuber being the noun. Okay. In specifics, I am a Gentile Christian Baptist YouTuber. As I said, I'm a Christian Baptist. And I'm a Baptist. I chose the title of Baptist because the church I go to, Oasis Church of Pembroke Pines, have shown me so much love. So much love. And that is a Baptist church. And I use, as I said before, I use their love, not their title that they have given me, to fuel my way to Jesus. I use church as a tool to build a relationship with the God I serve. And I use the Bible to further understand how he wants me to serve him and further understand him as a person. Cause that's my dog. You know, that's how I build my relationship. That's my man's. You feel me? Like, that's my homie. Like, if I need something, I hit him up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that. If we want to get into specifics, of course, I'll talk about it. But we got to actually get into the cheating, right? So the cheating. He was like, the only way I can go back to a girl that I had, like, the only way I can go back, he said, the only way I can go back to an ex if God tells me, yo, it was her, bro. The one I had for you was just the right girl at the wrong time. I was like, yo, God had to backhand me, and even then, I still wouldn't do it. If I'm correct, I have never gone back, but that's a different story. As in, like, that whole realm of my past, I would love to talk to you about it, just because I feel like, personally, there's a few people I would love to talk about it with, just because they give me that natural feeling, and I just feel like I want to connect with them. But you never know, you know, you're never supposed to share your pearls among swine, and you never know what swine is or who the swine are until they show them true selves to you. And in truth, you find truth in turmoil. And so, you know, let time take its course. I'm not saying that about my people. My people, the ones who are still with me, I do not believe any of them are swine, and I do not believe that any turmoil will cause any indifference for me to them, the ones who are still in my life. And but anyway, so, but yeah, the whole past thing, girls thing, different video, definitely. And continuing, it was just like, yeah, if God would have to smack me, I'm talking about in my dreams, smack me awake, go back, you know what I'm saying? Like, scare me, you know what I'm saying? Like, go back. And even now I'd be like, hey, we homeboys, bro. Hey, back up. You know what I'm saying? I would literally have to get into a cycle where I feel like I'm moving on my own again. Because moving on my own in my spirit and in my person scares the living life out of me. If I move on my own, I won't be here. Anyway, different topic, different video. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather, we got into cheating from there. I said, I'd rather my homeboy tell his girl night before, hey, yo, I'm finna cheat, so I'm finna leave. I'm gonna just end us right here because I'm about to cheat. And instead of cheating, I'm gonna just end us. And then explain himself in the morning, because we all know cheating happens at night. You know what I'm saying? The creeping hours, the temptation hours. You know what I'm saying? If a guy cheats in the day, you green as hell. You green as hell. You green as hell. First off, you green as hell. Because if you have full intention, if you about to cheat in the daytime, bro, you should have left her. You should have had that much of nonsensical thought to explain to her that you're not digging what's happening right now. It takes strength from inside for some people, and it takes common sense for others. You know what I'm saying? It takes strength. In my opinion, it takes strength for someone to explain themselves and to share the fact that they are not satisfied in certain areas that cause them to go elsewhere for. You know what I'm saying? And it takes common sense to be like, yo, take your time, talk to your person. You know what I'm saying? All that energy you put into to get where you are with said person, you need to really go back to them. Be like, yo, I'm not happy. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? Don't make them feel like they're not doing their part. Just let them know, like, I'm not satisfied right now. I want some help. Help me out. If you have a problem, come with a solution. Don't make that your solution, because that's not the solution for your relationship. That's the solution for you. And if you're thinking self-oriented, then you should be by yourself. Simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Yeah, just like that. What the hell? If you do anything else in the wrong direction, then you shouldn't be in a relationship, because that's the wrong direction for you. I'm a rant about it, but I want to make it a video. Boom. Yeah, man, you gotta be intentional. Like, you can't come into a relationship. So, okay, let's say this is where I'm ending, right? Let's say I'm talking to my son, I'm talking to my daughter, or I'm talking to somebody that is new to relationships, and I want them to really be honest about what is it that they're doing. You know, I tell them, I'll be like, yo, when it comes to relationships, you really have to be intentional about what you want. If you're a person that wants to experience dating for the experience of dating and what is said to be offered, be communicational about that. Be like, yo, you know, I'm here for the experience. I'm here for I'm here for a fun time, not a long time. Really be open about that, because you'll really find a community of people who find the same values. If you are a person who are on the other side of things, the other side being someone who's dating to marry, be communicational about that. You know what I'm saying? And be really specific, because you can be a person who is in between in an instance where you want to date to marry, but you still want to figure out what it is that you want to date and who it is you want to find. You can't come prepared with all the answers. So you're going to make mistakes regardless. You're going to find things you don't like regardless. You don't have to marry the first person that you see. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to be really intentional about it, because I remember me, I can only speak for me, you know what I'm saying? Me, I was always a person who seen dating for the experience and I didn't enjoy it. And I didn't enjoy what I saw. So I wanted to date for marriage. You know what I'm saying? And at first, developing this mindset, it wasn't easy. So I was dating for the experience. You know, and this time frame is like elementary, middle school. I think 7th grade years when I actually had a hold on, a better hold on what I wanted. Therefore, I was on the marriage side of things. And dating for the experience, I mean, I was that kid who was I was doing so much because I wanted you to stay. That's where it came off of. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't communication, it was just my action, showing so much action. And when you give in so much action, you know, and not giving that action back, in elementary, it's like, what are you asking for? Marriage? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're like 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? You gotta chill out on that. You're too young to be like, you have great intentions, but you really too young to be wanting so much, because to be held down, you don't know what is out there for you. You don't know. You still have a big I don't know factor. You know what I'm saying? It's still huge because you still have a whole nother setting of school to go through. Two, actually. In my case, it was elementary, which was in one city, and then middle and high, which was in a different city. So I had, actually, high was in two different settings. So in reality, I had elementary, which is one, middle, which is one, and then high, which is two, which equals 4 different experiences, 4 different schools within primary school, that being, kindergarten to 12 in my Spanish school. So, wanting to be held down in a relationship and held down in a commitment, being committed to somebody for all that time, you really can't open your mind up to what is out there. You know what I'm saying? That's a decision you have to stick by. That's a choice you have to make. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not open to that, if that doesn't sound like a breeze to you, after you take a second thought and think about it, don't do it. Simple. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for coming to the tangent. You know what I'm saying? It's the first one. And I'm out of here. Saka beer.